lines thing. If you, by all means, do it, but it's just very tedious to do. I think it's a lot easier to just paint it in. You will be, taking so much time. And also, it's very hard on your neck, too. My sister-in-law was in great physical condition, but she ended up going to the doctor to have her neck treated for making too many lines with her painting. She filled everything in. She went to a different teacher because I live way too far from her. And that's what the teacher suggested you do. Now, the thing is, you can use a computer printout and paint over that. She was doing a giraffe, and believe me, there are so many lines that you had to do for that giraffe. So she eventually just went online and got the printout. So that was so much easier. All right, well, if you need to use a prop, please don't copy exactly like this prop. Say you were doing it, change it somewhat. That's another artist's work. And in addition, with if you're doing a live person or a pet, yes, you can do exactly as you see. But anything else, I mean, if you're doing and it's someone else's work, I would not be copying. If you ever wanted to take this to jury shows, this is what you're going to have to do. There are rules, and you would be disqualified. So it doesn't, pay to do all that work and then find out, you can't qualify. So that's what I'm telling you. All right. So and do gentle strokes. When I say gentle, I mean, you're painting. Just go gentle. It shouldn't be that you're going like this. You can do some bigger strokes like on your paper, but if it's a wide area. But most of the area is going to be small. I mean, on a size, what I have here. I mean, if you have the bigger canvas, it's different. But, it's most of the areas are small. So you're not going to really want to go too much. And why? Because it's not going to absorb into the canvas. Even the canvas, it needs to have gentle strokes. Another good tip, too, is not to be putting too much water on. You have to just, when I put it in this bowl here, or this is what I have, like a little plastic leftover, bowl from, some things that whatever we, get, or, even your old Tupperware. Now, what you do is you would just brush off if it's too much water on the sides there. You don't want to have too much water. You need a lot of paint. You got to dig into the paint there, and then if you find it's getting dry, go again and brush off that water. All right, so we're going to begin. And we had nice weather today, nice and sunny in West Orange, but the only thing is it was kind of cold, and getting down now again. It's getting very, very chilly. Oh gosh. And thing is, you paint what you want to paint. I mean, I did my puppy, but you and don't worry about being perfect. I've said this in so many shows. Just enjoy what you're doing. And my thought is that if you're enjoying, then it will come out great. And you don't want it to look like a photograph. You want it to look like your own style. And I won't mention names, but I did see an artist recently online, and she was painting from a photograph. That is something I would never do. in my mind, it's cheating. It's not doing art. You want to use props or live things, but going, you know, from a photograph and you know, copying how that looks, that is not good. And I didn't hear her say that to alter, you know, don't do it exactly as you see it. I was hearing her say, you know, I'm trying to do it exactly as I see in the picture. And that is not what I call professional art. And to go there, never painted a puppy before. Paint it. I always do for either seeing something live or, you know, changing. Never. This is all my original work. I've never, and I wouldn't teach you to do that. That to me is not learning. You're not learning. You're not developing. And it's not acceptable in the art world. You want to be a professional artist. You know, you never know. I mean, look at Grandma Moses, what she did. She was in her late 80s and she did the best painting in the world. So why in the world, why would we want to copy? She did her own original start. And I just feel no matter what age you are, do your own original work. You could be a baby, you could be till, you know, 100 or more, and you do your work. Just do your original and never copy so that your work is acceptable in the art world. Any juried thing, any juried show or whatever you want to do, you'll be able to do it. To me, my mom taught me to enjoy and to be original. And that's what I've been doing. My late mother was Ruth Hurwitz, a master artist. And that to me is so important. So if you learn anything today, learn the fact to be original. Do your own work. Don't copy. You could study the masters, but don't copy their style. Do your own style. You learn from the masters, you know, to do right things and wrong things, but never copy someone's style. And plus, you want to increase your brain function. Doing your own style. If you're just copying someone else's, that's not going to be increasing your brain function. And it definitely has been proven scientifically, it was a medical study, that this definitely increases your brain function doing fine art and, you know, doing original fine art, not copying a picture, a photograph. And why I started doing the show is so that the tech people in our world will be inspired. Mostly, that's the most important thing, because we are losing many tech people. The unemployment is the highest for tech people in our country. I don't know about statistics in the world, but I know in our country. And that is not good. That is not a good thing. We're going to start having shortages of people, architects, engineers. And this is why I'm doing this the students are dropping out. People are, have careers in it, are dropping out because they're just not getting employment. Imagine the highest unemployment rate. Like I stated, and this is statistics. Oh, I just can't even believe this. And this was, definitely a reliable source. I Googled it and I found out that this is the case. These are unemployment, statistics from our country. And you could, even check colleges that have architecture, ask them the success rate of how many people graduate. You'll be surprised how bad it is at so many colleges. Very, very poor because they're not having the inspiration. There should be at every college an art course. When you have the architecture or any of the graphic arts, there should be a fine art course at the college. But most of the colleges don't have it. They're not offering you a fine art course. You have to go to another college to get that. And, my son was an architect, so I know this for a fact. I did my research prior, and I did speak at NJIT, the lead college in the nation. And even then, they have, it's just too high. The last one I, looked at the statistics was a little over 2 years ago, and I looked at them, and I'm telling you, it is not a good thing. Even the lead college in the nation, there's too many dropouts. It shouldn't be. There's so much required, and then, like I said, people are giving up because there's unemployment is so high, and you would have to go out of this country to get a job. Most people, and it is also due to the fact that you have to keep paying our state that you're in. I know state of New Jersey and other states, you have to pay for your license, and until you have enough hours. Now, since there's the highest unemployment, they really, our state and all our country should not be requiring us to make these payments, because what's happening, people are giving up. They can't find a job to pay, to keep their license, and you have to keep paying it till you get it, achieve it, and work hours, and they just can't do it. So that's what's happening. So our country really needs to change that. You should not be charging the yearly thing until they get their license. It shouldn't be that way. So it's very, very disparaging. And the thing is, if they had fine art lessons, I think they'd hang in there. It just, that inspiration, it just keeps you going, and not to give up. My son has always been employed in the United States doing architecture. Even while he was a college student. Now, because he had the edge of the fine art, and it just gave him that inspiration to keep looking and looking and looking. He applied to like over 200 positions and no one was hiring. And I told him, apply to one more. His college did a study on it. And the fact that if the college does a study, there's always a chance there could be an opening they'll create. And sure enough, they created an opening for him. So without that edge of that fine art, my son would have dropped out, just like all the other kids that dropped out. So many throughout the whole country. So what I'm saying, has proof. I mean, the proof, the fact that my son was working always because he had that edge of that fine art. He's the best in his trade. David Alsu is my son's name. Anyone needs ever remodeling on your home or on your business, as long as it's just one level, because like he's still getting his license, but he's a junior architect at a firm, and in New Jersey. And it's David Alsu. His work is in the archives of NJIT, as I said. NJIT in Newark, tutors in Rutgers in Newark, architecture to high school and even the college students. Sometimes they need some tutoring. So he does that for free. Honey, once you go have your soup, thank you for being my watchdog. He's great. Oh. They didn't train him to do that. He just is so brave. Now, believe me, if anyone tries to break in here, they wouldn't want to. His teeth can bite you so hard. He's so gentle with kids, but if there's a person breaking in, he will tear you apart. So don't even think it. Don't even try it. If anyone wants to be on our show, it is free. And you call 973-736-1637, 973-736-1637. We're here Monday through Sunday, 9 to 5. You can call us, not during our show hour. And would be from 5 to 6 approximately airing. I'm sorry it took me a little while to get on again with Google Hangouts. I tell you, yesterday I couldn't get on at all. My voice, I think, was recorded, and that's about it. And so I didn't hold, the copy of that. I didn't download it. I don't know what's going on with the Google Hangouts and YouTube. There was no reception yesterday. Sorry about that. But I did an hour show and nothing came out. Now I'm getting frosted here. I don't know. Now it's back in focus, the camera. It's definitely not my camera. It's definitely Google Hangouts and YouTube. It is an excellent camera, and the sound is fantastic. Thank God on my camera. My son just bought this year. You okay, Platinos? You got so quiet. Sometimes if you don't want to make strokes, you could even make dots to fill something in. We're doing Small Business Saturday, November 28th. $12 for 1 hour price of what normally it is for a watercolor lesson. Plus you can get a free antique piece of jewelry. I made some gorgeous bracelets. There's one of them. And You don't have to sign up for anything additional. And if you want to also have a little holiday party here, you can make a nice tea party and have holiday cookies for another additional $12. Normally we are $24 an hour, so it would be $24 to have both the painting and get you a free gift, and in addition have that lovely tea party. And I have a beautiful silver tea service that we will be having at this party, so makes a lovely tea party. Oh, great. Now, Apple, what is going on is blocking my screen. This is Apple software. Sorry about that. Well, I can't get this off my screen. Let's see. There we go. Now I take a big brush and I go over the entire canvas, and then I take a little brush and then I make the lines of the blades of grass. So and just make some thin lines to look like the blades of grass. I pray a miraculous healing prayer for everyone in the world. I pray for peace, strength, and health. Well, I hope everyone has a good night, a good day, depending on where you are in the world. Well, again, I want to say good night, a good day. Okay, well, I just want to show you. Okay. So the grass, and that's iris plant. right by that, and he loves the scent. Well, I hope everybody, if you have it in your heart, puppies got put to sleep. And I'm inspiring people because my neighbor on my block just got a puppy. And this woman was scared of puppies, but she loved my puppy so she just got her own puppy. And her husband's retired, and he's got a companion there when she's at work. So it's wonderful. He seems very happy. All right, take care.